to a GSL.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the GSL Code S with Artosis and Moonglade. You thought I was joking before when I said Tasis got fired. He is out of here.
You somehow kept your job.
It wasn't going to stay that way, but I somehow snuck my way back in. Looks like we are going to go ahead and do a little interview, guys.
안녕하세요, 문규리입니다.
It's going to be a fun day
자,
of Code S,
지금까지
no
총
doubt.
8명의 16강 진출자가 나오면서 32강전 절반이 끝났는데요. 자, 현재까지는 저그가 가장 부진한 상황인데 과연 이 지난 시즌부터 이어졌던 이 황금 밸런스가 이번에도 유지가 될지 끝까지 지켜봐 주시기 바랍니다. 자, 그럼 오늘 2조 경기에 나서는 선수분들 바로 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 가장 먼저 지난 시즌에 자신의 커리어 하이 8강 진출을 이뤘는데요. KT 로스터 전태양 선수 만나보겠습니다.
The first player is TY.
네, 전태양 선수 오랜만에 뵙네요. 네, 방송 경기도 조금 오랜만으로 알고 있는데 오늘 소감 어떠세요?
되게 오랜만에 경기장에 와서 너무 떨리고요.
It's been a long time since I played in the GSL.
굉장히 힘든 여정이 될 거라고 생각하고 마음 단단히 먹고
And I think it's going to be a hard group.
힘든 여정이라고 하셨는데 그래도 아예 모르는 상태는 아닌 오늘 경기 전에 보니까 다 친한 것 같더라고요.
네, 그 한지원 선수 빼고는 다 어느 정도 친분이 있어가지고 또 편한 선수들이기도 하고 또 스타일도 잘 알고 있어서 준비를 좀 되게 맞춰서 잘 해왔어요.
네, 오늘 사실 주심에서 불리고 있는데 오늘 누가 먼저 올라가겠다 말씀하셨어요?
일단 제가 첫 번째로 올라가고 싶고요. 왠지 좀 최종전까지 가면 떨어질 것 같은 불안한 기분이 들어가지고 1등으로 올라가고 싶어요.
승자전에서 올라가는 게 낫겠네요. 그러면 오늘 전태양 선수 오랜만에 보는 만큼 팬들이 많이 기대하고 있습니다. 참 흔드는 플레이 정말 잘하시잖아요. 그런데 혹시 지적받는 부분이 어떤 점인지도 의식하고 계시나요?
네, 그 저번 시즌부터 해가지고 굉장히 좀 흔드는데 많이 노력했었는데 뭔가 좀 그러면서 한 2%씩 계속 부족한 면이 있었어요. 근데 그 부분을 계속 채우려고 노력을 했고 그래도 최대한 보완해서 나와가지고 오늘 보여드릴 수 있을 것 같아요.
오늘 전태양 무척 기대가 되는데요. 오늘 활약 기대하겠습니다.
I felt like he was lacking closer to like 2.3%, but I mean, I guess he's got it at 2%. He knows better than me.
I was thinking average like 3% in the game.
팀 리퀴드 송현덕 선수 만나보겠습니다.
All right, our next player back in the GSL Code S, first time in 3 years. Liquid HerO. Nice to meet you. Gary says that HerO is very pretty. That's the shoe on the other foot this time.
Yeah.
How do you feel to be back in the GSL? It's been a long time. So I prepared very well for today's match, and I want to do well in today's group. I practiced till 8 a.m. this morning, so I feel kind of tired.
Sounds kind of counterproductive.
That sounds very counterproductive. Do you think you're going to be able to defeat TY?
많이 진 경험이 많아가지고 좀
All the players in my group are very hard opponents. I didn't want to meet all of them, so I'm worried coming into today's match, but I'll just do my best.
송현덕 선수가 올라오기만을 바라본 또 팬들이 많습니다. 팬들에게 오늘 32강전 각오 말씀해 주시기 바랍니다.
You have any comments for your fans?
오랜만에 올라온 만큼 그 좋은 경기력 보여드릴 수 있도록
It's been a long time since I played in GSL.
네, 알겠습니다. 오늘 활약 기대하겠습니다.
I want to show a great performance for my fans.
자, 세 번째로 만나볼
Some
선수.
strong words for those fans. I'm sure they're very happy.
많은 분들 기다렸을 텐데요. 요즘 정말 잘 나가고 있는 선수죠. 진에어 그린뉴스의 테란 조성주 선수
The hottest player is coming up next. It is Maru. The best Terran in the
자,
world
언제나
right now.
잘했던 조성주 선수지만 요즘 특히 정말 잘하는 것 같아요. 시즌 1부터 해서 기세가 아주 좋은데
You were always
이번
good,
시즌 소감 어떠세요?
but you are at your peak right now.
지원이 형이 있더라고요.
네.
그래서 좀 당황스러웠는데
I saw my group,
꼭
and there was
이기고
Biao.
진출해야 될 것 같아요.
네,
so that was kind of
말씀드린
worrying.
선수의 기세가 상당히 무섭습니다. 또
But
복수도
if
개인적으로 좀
I'm
하고
able to
싶은 것
defeat
같아요.
Bill, I think I can advance from this
딱히
group.
생각은 없는데
네.
너무 자주
That is a
만나가지고 한 번
That's the
해야
big one right
돼서
there.
그날이 오늘인 것 같은데 자 조성주 선수 코드 A에서도 인간이 아닌 것 같은 정말 멋진 플레이를 보여주면서 저희 제작진 모두 굉장히 박수치면서 봤었거든요.
So you showed a great performance in Code A and wowed and wooed a lot of people.
되게 열심히 했고요. 첫 경기만
I did
이기면
my
올라갈
best
것
in Code
같아요.
A.
항상 GSL에서 원작 선수가
So I just
조성주 선수의
win the
발목을
first set.
붙잡곤
I
했었는데
think I can carry the momentum
상대가
and take out
된다면
the second
어떠세요?
set as well.
자신 있으세요?
그러니까 높은 데서 만나면 제가 안 질 것 같아서
조성주가 될수록
높은 데서 만나고 싶어요.
그렇군요. 자 조성주 선수 이번 시즌 기대하고
I'm
있습니다.
confident against
오늘 활약
live.
기대해 보겠습니다.
감사합니다.
If I play him against him in higher
자,
rounds,
오늘의
So I
마지막
wanna go
선수
deep into this
만나보겠습니다.
tournament.
오늘 GSL까지 이틀 연속 개인 리그 일정을 소화하고 있는 선수죠. 요즘 정말 핫한 저그 CJ의
And
한지원 선수
then,
만나보겠습니다.
of course, our last player.
안녕하세요.
He played in
네.
Star League yesterday and
마치겠네요.
the SSL and Moonglade passed so well.
oh,
네.
thank you, buddy.
And tonight, Bill will be playing in GSL, of course.
한지원 선수 요즘
Absolutely.
정말 핫해서 어떻게 이렇게 잘하는지 물어보고 싶은
Kind of
것들이
tired
사전에
coming to
굉장히
studio today.
많았는데 그래도 이렇게 볼 수 있게 됐네요.
I was sitting in the
오늘
car
소감
for a very
주세요.
long time due to traffic.
어제 경기처럼 마음 편안하게만 하면 올라갈 것 같아요.
Yeah.
요즘 정말
If I just play like I did yesterday, I should be able to advance.
오늘 조관은
Bill, I
주관을
mean,
돌리고 있는데 그래도 자신
this isn't
있으신가요?
just ZBZs, so
어제랑
I think you gotta use different builds.
나는 쉽다고 생각하고
Well,
있어요.
today's group looks very tough. Do you feel confident? And he says, this is going to be easier than the Kesper Cup.
조성주
So I feel
선수도
pretty
한지원
confident
선수를
about my
준비하고 있고 또 오늘 선수들이
did pretty damn well in that
한지원
Kesper
선수를
Cup.
있는 만큼
I haven't gotten to watch it yet.
잘하셔야 할
Advanced
것
to the
같습니다. 오늘
semifinals,
선수
man.
이강전
I'm going to have
보고
the sickest
들어보도록
like
하겠습니다.
Monday and Tuesday. It's like all I'm going to do is watch VODs.
You're gonna have a great time.
무조건 올라가서 제 목표인 우승까지 한 발짝 더 나아갈 수
Today,
있도록 하겠습니다.
I'm going to try my best to
과연 이번
advance.
시즌 한지원
My
선수
goal is to
GSL에서
become the
어떤 활약
champion.
보여주실지
So I'll do my
기대해
best step by step in the GSL.
감사합니다.
네. 자 이렇게 오늘 죽음의 조로 불리고
That's going to be an
있는
interesting one to see
선수분들을
where
모두
Biel is going to be at today.
만나봤는데요.
Because, yeah, he did play yesterday, and they were pretty long games. He did get out in first place, but you know he's had a busy week. Kesper Cup, and before that it was Pro League playoff finals, and now Star League, and now today finally GSL to end things off.
Well, if he can do it, that's pretty sick, man. Maybe another Zerg Boundra on the
Maybe
way.
another banjo on the way, man. We already got life, but Biel, he's very close behind.
Yeah, Bill is looking absolutely fantastic. He's been like on the cusp of being like a great player for
Yeah.
so long. Like
Oh,
even
yeah.
back when he was in Fnatic, we were watching him and it was like, oh, this guy is insanely good. He can kill all the top guys, but he didn't quite have the consistent results to
That's
put him up
it.
at the top.
Yeah, we've always seen that. I've always seen this play, and he's always interested me because I loved his style, and he even part of Incredible Miracle, he was lifting for this team as well throughout Pro League last year, and he just kept the momentum, and he's getting better and better.
Well, on that note, I'm kind of wondering who you're predicting to come out of this group, because we have a prediction event going on right now, guys. You go ahead and download the GOM EXP app, and you're going to be able to guess the predictions, and there's an event, and you can win some cool prizes. So definitely check that out. Who are your predictions today going through?
Well, I'm going to go with the safe bet of Biel and Maru.
That's a pretty good bet.
You can't really go wrong. TY and Liquid HerO, they're good, but they're not at that level, let's face it. The only kind of danger here is Biel being a little too tired.
Okay. Obviously one of Biel and Maru are getting through, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I think TY could make an upset. I think that he is still underrated in certain ways. He doesn't look as good as either of them, but his best play absolutely can kill them.
I agree.
So I think a lot of it comes down to if TY plays very well. I think Liquid HerO, I underestimated him a lot in Code A. I really didn't think he'd get through there. I believe it was against Terminator, who's really good. But HerO played fantastically. I would love to be surprised by HerO killing this group.
That would be actually fantastic.
Yeah, but what are the odds of that actually happening?
Pretty low.
Pretty low.
We did see Bomber get out of his group in first, defeating
That's true.
Innovation. That alone says a lot.
That's true, but Bomber has been a lot better than HerO for a very long time now.
That is also true. We haven't seen much of Liquid HerO in a long time.
But, I mean, he did very well in in Code A against Terminator, but you know that's PvP. That was a few weeks ago. We'll see what he can pull out today.
Yeah, he's had a bit of time to practice. He doesn't really have any other commitments, any other tournaments to be playing into. He should be all for this group. So he should have something cooked up.
I think the most interesting thing to me is who do you think wins between Maru and Biel right now? This is pretty tough.
Man, if it was a fresh day for both players, I would actually just say Biel. I think Biel would take him down. Biel has done it before. He did it in Pro League. He did it in Kesper Cup. He's been killing Maru for quite some time now. He's like one of the few Zergs that can actually beat him in like a heavy macro game. But Biel is tired. He's even today he said he had a long journey here, and not to mention all the other tournaments he's been playing in the last week. It's kind of a scary place where Biel is right now.
Yeah. Okay. And that's so. I mean, with you saying that, you're kind of convincing me a little bit. I wouldn't be too surprised if TY and Maru can pull out of this group.
That would be interesting.
And we just go back to being GOMTV.
That could happen.
Like, we already have how many Terrans through? Like 5?
Has it been that
I think it's 5 out of 10 so far, I believe. Do we have like one Zerg, I think?
Yeah, one Zerg. I already forget the name, but not many. Might even
Rogue.
That's it. The surprising one. He's like the last Zerg I would have thought to get out, actually.
You don't like Rogue?
He's good, but he crumbles so easily, especially in best of series. He's fantastic in Pro League.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the best of 3s, best of 5s, we've just seen some very depressing showings.
I see what you're saying.
His mentality is weak, is what I'm saying.
Okay, I think that's going to build, though. Whenever I hear interviews from him, and he just talks about wanting to build his base skill up.
Yeah.
And, like, for instance, he had something earlier this year, an interview where he was like, might have been over at SSL even, where he was like, okay, look, I'm not looking to win a championship this year. I'm looking to improve my base skills. And as soon as I hear a player of that caliber that can get to things like round of 8 in GSL say something like that, I'm like, okay, I believe 100% in the next 2 years, Rogue will be one of the best players in the world.
Well, he can be, which is the crazy thing. Like, we even saw it in the Pro League playoffs. He went very far. He beat like 3 of the players from the team in one of the matches. And he does have the ability. It's just about this mental state that he gets in. Like, sometimes he looks so destroyed in the booth, and it shows in his play the next game. Like, he just needs to overcome this mental hurdle more than anything else.
Well, we'll see if he can do that moving forward. Speaking of mental hurdles, HerO is a player well known for having mental hurdles.
Oh, that guy is so emotional. This guy just shows the emotion in the booth nearly every time. And now he's in Korea, the hardest place of all. So he's really going to be testing him. We just haven't seen him in such a long time as well.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of info to go with on this guy. No. I was super impressed. I think he microed very well. Strategically, he was amazing in his PvP match against Terminator, a Protoss who I respect above almost all Protosses. Wow. Like, he's one of my, he's maybe my 5th or 6th Protoss.
5th or 6th Protoss?
Look, there's a lot of good Protoss right now.
There is.
But he's my 5th or 6th Protoss.
No, I definitely agree. Terminator can be very impressive sometimes, but sometimes he's also very hit and miss.
Yeah.
He has these great series, and he has these huge blowouts.
But what are the odds here that HerO can take out TY?
I don't know. TY used to be known as like a Protoss killer back in the day, like maybe just a year ago. He's very experienced in the matchup. We'll see how HerO can kind of deal with the the mind drop harassment and all the multitasking that comes with it.
Well, HerO's a player that has in the past been known for his micro. If he can execute that really perfectly with the early stalkers and defend some of that, maybe he can sneak this series out, man. Maybe he can make some upsets. And PvZ can be a very volatile match. So if Biel happens to take out Maru, I feel like that's the path for him. I don't think he's going through Maru though. I think that him against Maru is pretty one-sided.
I agree completely.
Guys, it looks like we're going to get into game number 1. GSL Code S group, maybe E or something. Down in the bottom left, our Terran player, top 8 last season, he is...
KT roster TY.
That was really good.
I started to set up, I'm like, oh wait, I'm unsure of the order of the alphabet. What is the 5th letter of the alphabet?
Yeah, it is E. I think I might have said, I think I even tweeted like B or something. Up here in the top right, we have the Liquid player.
Liquid HerO.
Yeah.
It's just one of those days, man.
It's one of those days, man.
Oh, well. Liquid HerO.
All right.
He advertises a lot on his face.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, we got
some Team Liquid support out there. Thank you for coming down. Hope you guys enjoy the match. HerO, of course, a player that is, I would say, more famous, more popular outside of Korea because he's done such a great circuit internationally. Like, this guy has won a ton of tournaments.
For years now, he's been doing it. Yeah, he's definitely one of those player favorites. Kind of dropped off this year, and I guess the end of last year, like, he just vanished off for a while.
When was his last really... It was I Am Cologne, right? Was his last really great showing.
Something like that.
I believe so.
It's been
yeah, that's a while, unfortunately.
That is a very long time.
It's kind of brutal that we even say things like that, but there were so many tournaments between then and now, and so much time. But I mean, hey, here he is. Here's his chance. He played really, really well in Code S, so I'm ready to be mistaken about this guy.
Me too. You know, I'd love to be mistaken about here. And this is definitely the match that he has to win. This is like his best chance going into this. He got to avoid Maru and Biol in Game 1. Like, that is a blessing in itself.
Yeah, it certainly is. You don't want to have to go through them twice. That would be a pain.
That would be a nightmare.
Well, looks like TY going to go ahead and start out with a Reaper Expand. This is a great build for being able to scout any shenanigans that HerO might be up to, and I think that TY probably looks at this, judges that he's the better player, and I think anytime you do that, Reaper Expand is going to be one of your top go-to builds.
Nothing can really go wrong with it, right? You get the scouting you need, you get that early expansion, you kind of play into a pretty fast attack as well because you've already got that gas. It all just lines up, just a nice standard build. He's going to scout straight away and see next is going down. No surprises here.
Yeah. I would say totally no surprises there because that's like, this is the standard bread and butter build of Protoss in the early game, but I think that TY is really on the lookout for any early double gases. I think that's why he's done both SCV Scout plus the Reaper Expand, because with that, it's like, if they're going to tech, you are going to know.
It's the thing you got to know in this. Pretty much he just has to shut down anything Liquid HerO could surprise him with, and I'm sure he's going to feel comfortable to just take this game out and, you know, a pretty, like, easy mid-game, macro game.
Yeah. I think that once we get into a late macro game, that has never been HerO's strong point.
Yeah.
HerO is very good at controlling units and doing aggressive timing-based strategies.
I even remember, like, years ago, like, watching HerO play, he does run out of steam when it gets to the late game like that. He kind of just falls apart when it comes to that heavy sort of macro and multitasking. He just really needs to try and close these games out earlier on.
Well, right now we do have a factory coming up here for TY. He's probably going to go ahead with some Widowmine drops. Very popular at the moment.
Yeah, it's looking to be, especially with that reactor. You get out a bunch of Hellions. He's got 4 Marines, so could see maybe 2 more Marines coming out of that Rax while he waits for the Medivac to come out, go for that drop / run-by style.
Yeah, it's very strong to use, and something like the Hellions, if you react poorly against the Hellions, like if you don't execute a perfect defense, you just die. And
we've seen some nightmare games like that as well.
And this is already pretty bad for HerO.
35 HP on that Mothership core? That's horrible.
I gotta say, Moonglade, I'm pretty surprised he went in that direction.
Yeah.
I understand going along that side of the map because it's hard to get scouted, but you're going to have to recall home. Like, almost no matter what build they're doing, you're probably going to have to recall home. Whereas if you poke it through the top, I feel like there's at least a chance that you can get out of there and have a Nexus cannon.
I guess maybe he's afraid of like a Reaper at the Zelnaga tower, seeing it going through the map, so maybe Marines will come out and kind of try and deal with it.
Yeah.
There's already some damage from just the Reaper Scout. 2 probes going down.
Yeah, pretty rough. Looks like he will be able to at least kill it off, so that's really nice.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's going up to 2 gates right now, so maybe he'll have enough Stalkers to be able to out-micro this, but without that Nexus Cannon, it can get pretty scary.
Oh, especially without the Nexus Cannon. You're wasting it on that recall, as you said. But he does know the build at the very least, so he should be prepared for it.
Yeah. Well, here we go.
Gonna try and bully these Stalkers at the front with Marines.
Yeah, here come the Hellions, though, and that is a lot of Hellions. Like, straight up, he beats the units.
Easily.
Obviously, the probe's going to have a hard time here. Kills off that Mothership core.
And he can just try and fight this straight up, which is kind of insane. But now, look at this run-by with the Hellions. Nice pylon.
Very nice indeed, but he just goes around the other side because these are Hellions and they're fast.
Yeah, then the Marines tie out the Stalkers for the longest time. 19 SCVs have gone down. This is essentially checkmate as it is.
Yeah, it's already pretty much done. Like, there's not even any tech existing that could help him to win. The blink is too slow. There's no way for him to really punish anything.
When you think about it, maybe DTs could have been like something that he was working into would be the clutch sort of move here, but
yeah,
your economy got cut in half. He knows exactly where you're going. He just has to defend from here, and he's going to be miles behind.
Yeah, it kind of sucks because we were talking a lot about how HerO is definitely the big underdog here.
Yeah.
How he hasn't really had the results, but I got to be a bit critical about the Mothership Scout. Like, there's two things that Terran can do normally in this matchup. One, go for some sort of heavy pressure with tech. Two, go for some sort of heavy pressure with units. And against both, you need a Nexus Cannon.
Yeah, you have to have a Nexus Cannon. And it's such a standard thing to have and be ready for. Is you got to have that Nexus Cannon for the Marines, the bio at least.
Yeah, who's he practicing with where he can get away with the recall and live?
I don't want to know, man. I don't want to know.
I hate being that critical, but like this doesn't make sense to me at Code S level to see the energy used like that. It's almost better to just assume that he's going to be coming out with something powerful.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the build that he might be expecting that would warrant a Mothership Core Scout like that.
I think the only thing that Mothership Scout would have been really good against would have been a very fast third command center. Which would Ty do that against a hero that we haven't seen a lot lately that you might expect to cheese?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Absolutely not, actually. Not against a player that you're pretty confident against.
That's my take on it, at least. So I don't know. This is a tough one, man.
It's a tough one, but it's going to be hard for HerO to find his way back into this. He's going to have Blink in just a moment. He's going into Colossi, but he's down 20 supply. I mean, he's still recovering with his economy. Only on 36 workers right now.
Well, this could be a nice little move. Aww.
He's waiting for it.
Oh, well, I guess he gets a little bit here. That's pretty good. Kill off a couple more. Well, he loses 2 Stalkers, kill 2 Marauders. Not so good when you look at it that.
If he had got the stim, that would have been quite the move. That would actually give him like all the time in the world to come back into this. But
yeah. Ooh, sniping stim is actually like the craziest. But
it is just like the most. I can imagine the most tilting sort of move as well. Like, oh, I just actually can't do anything for another like 2 minutes.
But as is, he didn't get to really snipe anything. Already we see a big supply lead here for TY. His army, absolutely without any doubt, much stronger than HerO's army. We are about to have a Colossus out, but like one Colossus without range, would that be enough against this?
I don't think so, not at all. And we're going to have to look at how many sentries are there as well that can like try and zone out this bio from just jumping on top of the Colossus. And we also have a double drop going into the main base at the same time.
And he can't really hold on against both. But this is what happens when you lose 26 probes in the early game. You just don't have anything when they have this much.
No, you have absolutely nothing. He's going to get the robotics bay.
Oh, man.
That's enough bio to fight these Stalkers.
Pretty much. I mean, he picks off a medevac there. That's pretty nice. He's killed off some units here. At least he didn't lose a lot of probes during this. That's one thing we can give a thumbs up to. But
at the very least.
Yeah, it's like he canceled the Colossus, which makes sense. But now, like, his splash was already behind. Now his splash is even way more behind.
It's pretty much non-existence. One Colossus is not going to do it against this much bio on the map. And then one sentry to kind of zone them out with force field. Just a stim forward will just do the job. And here we go.
Yeah, this is going to actually be game, unfortunately, for HerO. You cannot be losing this Colossus. Even being out on the map right now is kind of questionable, but I think HerO is like far enough behind that it's just like, well, maybe TY messes up, I pick off some units, move back, you know?
Yeah, he's going to look for something.
Yeah, you can't just sit back and defend. You're just going to die that way.
He's going to kill the Nexus, ignore the units. That's how few units HerO has at this point. Down they go.
Yeah. Well,
rough start for HerO.
It certainly was, and truthfully, it does all go back to the recall on the Mothership Core. Without that Nexus Cannon, how are you to defend against anything? 4 Stalkers don't defend against a Terran that's just making units to attack you.
No, absolutely not. GG. TY taking a pretty cruisy first game. Just that Hellion run by. We've actually seen that quite a lot recently.
Yeah.
These Protoss have just really been bungling their defenses against it. And it just gets that much worse. You need to have like if you're going to use your Mothership Core to scout, you need like the perfect Sim City or something to really stop these Hellions getting in.
Yeah, that certainly is the case. And he was kind of making a little bit of SimCity at the natural. I liked the gateway placement there. That was like very nice. Like that's a good area block. But
good start to it.
Yeah, it's definitely not enough. It's not like playing versus Zerg either, where you can just wall it in. That's not the answer either. So
that is it. Yeah.
I don't know. He just needs to like have a Nexus cannon early game.
He's got to be more defensive against someone like TY as well, because TY is the kind of Terran that's going to be aggressive. He's not the sit back, be greedy sort of innovation style where he's like, oh, I'm going to go 3 CC and go for an SCV pull. He's the kind of guy to say, I'm going to go 2-base mine drop, or I'm going to go for a Marine Hellion run-by sort of style. I'm going to try and do damage early and whittle you down from there.
And, you know, this was like, it's interesting because, okay, how do I word this exactly? So back in the old days, in Wings of Liberty, before the Nexus cannon, against Terran, you would actually have to have 3 gates relatively early. Like sometimes you could go Robo plus 2 gates, or plus 2 gates then Robo, depending on the build they were doing. So like the fact that he didn't have the Nexus cannon means he had to have those extra gates earlier, which he didn't have. So if he was going to scout the Mothership Core and have extra gateways early on, I think that would have been fine. Obviously, he could have had a lot more units and maybe held, but
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know.
Anything would have been better than what he had.
Yeah, it was like a loss as soon as he recalled. It was like you just aren't holding, you know?
Aren't holding.
May as well make like a wall of buildings at your natural.
You see what's coming. He's like, oh, well, I guess I just die. Like, I don't know. Deadwing going to be the next map, though. You're going to have a little bit more time to prepare for whatever's coming across the map. His body language already looking a little negative.
It is. You can see he's stressed. He's like kind of blinking more, touches his face more, touches his hair more. That's something he does as a tick. When like I've actually seen this guy so much and casted him so much. That's like something that he just kind of does when he starts to get a little bit stressed. You always see that after a loss and whatnot, but I don't know, man. Can he pull it together? We'll see. Next map going to start up on Deadwing. TY against HerO. HerO's got to take this. Down in the bottom right, our Terran player, Fashion Game 1.
KT roster TY.
And a player in the top right, Liquid HerO.
Liquid HerO.
Oops. This ain't Starlink.
Yeah. Oh, we have a voice here.
Yeah,
Moonglade.
you guys are.
We aren't amateurs over here, Moonglade.
Production is just another level over here. I don't know what to say. Well, already off to a kind of a bad start. I feel in these kind of positions, vertical spawns it's gonna favor TY a little bit more if he wants to start to be a little bit more harassy. He wants to get that medivac over there a lot quicker, and even in the mid game and stuff, can pull the SCVs a lot easier. Just go straight up.
Yep. Well, I'm interested to see if HerO mixes it up a little bit here and tries to get aggressive. It might be the right choice for him.
Yeah.
Made it
to GSL.
Sick. Welcome.
Shout out to the Magnet subs.
Yep. Not sure exactly what that is. Met that guy earlier, though. Very nice guy.
Yeah, cool.
Been watching GSL for years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Greatest show on earth. Once you start, you just can't stop.
It's not too bad.
Well, except for all those people that used to watch it don't watch anymore. So.
Looking to be the similar builds from both players as well.
Yeah, like if I was TY after that game, I would just do Reaper Expand every time.
Yeah.
You know, some people have it pre-planned what they're going to do, so in that case, it's like whatever, but I like... I feel like if you think you're better than your opponent, you just go for the Reaper Expand almost every game. Not every game,
that. I kind of like that as well.
Yeah.
Like you just go for the standard safe build, just play it from there. Even if you do get slightly behind with economy or anything like that, you know you can play just a better game in general.
Yeah, it's like all TY really needs is the intel to have an advantage. At least that's the perception of the levels of these two players. And so until something tells them otherwise, I think it's a solid plan.
Now, I wonder if we're going to see that Mothership Core scout again. He does know where he is, and he could probably poke in just a little bit easier this time without even using the recall.
This map is a lot better, and these positions are a lot better for it, I would say.
Yeah.
Because you can actually get down there and then fly back and basically get back without too much fear. This time, he was trying to hide the probe, though, which is one of the better ways. Like, if you're willing to risk losing that probe.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get in after the Reaper leaves and you feel fantastic because it's like for 50 minerals, you know what they're doing. You can counter it really hard from there.
Yeah, it's much cheaper than trying to use that Mothership Call, that's for sure. He hasn't decided. I guess he's going to wait for that Reaper before anything else.
Yeah, looks like he'll go ahead, try to defend this off. Hasn't started a Stalker quite yet. Oh, he's supply blocked. That would be why. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, the pylon fit. Okay, okay. I got it.
Awkward, yeah. Same sort of build from TY. Maybe he just goes for the same thing. It was just a little too easy last game, Artosis. He's like, you know what? I'll do it again. Whatever. He can know it's coming. It's fine.
Yeah.
He knew it was coming last time. Didn't make a difference.
No, certainly not. Not when you find out with your Mothership Core and it has to recall home.
Looks like he's gonna. Looks like HerO's not gonna commit to that Mothership Core Scout this time. Though. Very smartly.
Yeah, it lines up with his tech a little bit too. That he wouldn't want to. When you're going Stargate at this time, you're a little bit weaker at home with units. So
that is true.
You gotta play safe. And you know what? An Oracle could do some really big damage, especially if he thinks that TY will do the same type of build, right?
Yeah, against that kind of build, like you got your Marines or your anti-air, like in a Medivac moving across the map.
Yeah.
If that Oracle comes in, you got nothing there unless you're gonna hide a Widow Mine. Very smartly this time we are seeing a Widow Mine come out first.
As you say that.
So I guess he's pretty much thought of everything at this point. And now 2 Hellions will do the job that 6 did last game.
Maybe. They're lined up.
He's got to be so careful.
Oh, some pretty decent micro right there for a moment. He's only lost 3 so far.
3 so far. It's going to get a little bit worse here. There's more coming into the mineral line. Maybe looking for the weak ones. Gets another one, 5.
Well, I mean, that's definitely worth it for the Hellions.
He gets a little bit of a scout as well, straight to the main base. He doesn't know exactly what the tech is there. And look at this. Oh, that.
Yeah, that was kind of a lucky thing for him. He is leaving a Widow Mine at home.
Yeah.
Okay, and he actually scouts it.
He knows.
Ooh, that's not good for HerO. Because this Oracle should not get many kills now at all. And oh, man. Okay, only 1 kill.
Well, he even left the Marines at home now, too, with the Medivacs. So they're just all waiting for it. If you can get that Widow Mine hit, it just means he can move across the map and maybe go for a counter.
Yeah, he's even getting a Viking to counter this at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And that does make sense. He doesn't have any eBay at the moment.
I wonder if he uses the camera hotkeys to like kind of change the screen rotation.
I think that pros have to do that nowadays because there's just so many places to hide that Widow Mine that if you don't rotate it,
that'd be so smart too. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Wouldn't be surprising.
Oh!
Oops.
There we go. I guess he just didn't know it was there the first time.
He didn't use it. He was probably dodging that area on purpose. And, I don't know.
Then you got a little carried away. The second one's going to be on the way. Viking is out there. Probably not going to find anything. We've seen a Raven follow up from TY.
That's kind of interesting.
I like the Raven. You know, it's going to stop the Observer getting in and doing anything, scouting anything at all.
Huh. I'm very interested about it. It's not something that I expected to see out of him here.
No,
it's not very common.
We don't ever really see the Raven used in this matchup that often.
It can be good. Like point defense drone is pretty reasonable against Stalkers, like right at the moment that you're going in with your Vikings and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see with it.
Gonna be out in just a second. And some turrets being added. You see that Twilight follow-up from HerO as well.
You know, one other thing I actually kind of want to point out is with the Raven, I think I'm going too far with this when well, hold on, let's talk about this for a second. This is actually some pretty good harassment that's going on.
Not prepared at all, actually.
Yeah, he had nothing over there. Oh, the heal on the SCV is so sick. All right, well, that Oracle was pretty decent so far. A lot of lost mining time. A couple of SCVs go down. But, okay, so about the Raven, HerO is not the type of guy that makes a bunch of observers. He's not a 4-observer guy or even a 3-observer guy. So
that is true.
Yeah, that's like different Protosses have like different signatures on the amount of observers they make. That is for sure.
Oh, like Pig Baby will go for
Pig Baby, man, 5 to 8 observers.
Crazy. Like he'll have the whole map scattered out before he makes the Colossus.
Yeah.
Every game.
It's like Zest, 3 to 4 observers. Yeah. 3 to 4.
Yeah.
But HerO, you know, he's like a 2-observer guy.
He's a 2-observer guy.
Yeah.
So, and he lost one of them, so he pretty much has no vision anymore, except for that Oracle that might come in now and then. Ooh, very nice scan, sees everything he needs to.
Does he see Double Forge or?
Actually, he doesn't see the Double Forge, but he does see the Colossus on the way and the Twilight.
Oh, this is cute. Well, he doesn't react.
He doesn't care. He's like,
oh, I guess not. Okay.
Sees Still the production, I guess.
Yeah, it was still a good scout. Well, you know, the one thing I would worry about right now as HerO is if TY, like, just goes for an SCV pull timing attack, he is going to... That's like a scary thing when you go double forge, right?
That is it, yeah.
That's like, if they hit you right before your 2-2 is done, that is really super scary. And especially this game, because TY is actually not making a third command. He is just sitting here, really macroing heavily.
Yeah, it looks like he's waiting for stem and +1 before he makes his move. But he's going to have that Raven to help buffer for these Marines. So it is a pretty Marine-heavy sort of composition right now, which is a little scary considering Colossus are coming out. But he might just be able to punish this very sort of greedy style we're seeing from Liquid HerO.
Yeah, well, he can definitely, like, do some damage here, whether that's a forced cancel on the third base or some damage in the main, because there's no way that HerO can actually defend every single thing right now.
And HerO's pretty much lost all vision on the map except for the Oracle that's coming up. He's lost all observers at this point. And you get a cancel on that third base. Still doesn't know about the upgrades though. That's one dangerous thing. And we're seeing only +1 on these bio and no extra upgrades for now at least. Look at this, a triple drop.
Dude, TY is going full Maru right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, third command, who needs it? Vikings, what are those?
Just need to drop on top of the Colossus and you're good to go.
Let's just kill this guy.
And look at this, Liquid HerO going out to the middle of the map. He's going to be so out of position for this.
Yeah, and like, I mean, he's just going to take a bunch of damage.
Oh, but so many...
Beautiful point defense drone right there.
Yeah, that actually saves everything. And there's a recall coming in. He's going to not even target down the Colossus there.
Oh, he might get another blink under.
Good.
Oh, the timing. Oh, wait, no, he blinked. No. Wait, okay, he killed one more medevac.
I think he might have blinked up into there, so maybe it was a cooldown for another second or something. But still, he's going to lose that third base. Oh, maybe not. Big blink down, losing so many stalks instead.
Yeah, and well, this is actually a huge move going on right now, and being able to take out that Nexus, oh, that is real ouch right there.
Yeah, that is a huge move. Now his economy cut in half once again, but in a different way, just simply losing the Nexus.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, 9 hits! He targeted, so they were like stacking, handing in the
both
minerals.
ways.
Oh, that is ruthless.
Man, he got the Congo line as it turned around.
Oh, he's going to have to make his move now. HerO is going to have to move across
the map.
What?
23?
What?
Well,
that's not okay.
Okay, this is really painful. I think this is where you cancel 2-2 and warp in the best units you can.
Yeah, this is where you go all in.
Like, I feel like making probes and getting 2-2 are both worthless at this point. He has to win at this moment.
He has to win right now with this counterattack, or he's just no way he can come back into this game.
TY does have a lot of units over at HerO's base, so...
Could be a base trade scenario.
It definitely is hitting that.
Oh.
Okay, nice blink there. That was... Well, I guess he actually still hit it. Did he? Still killed something, but...
Top of the ramp's going to be the hard fight there. A lot of bios sitting up there.
Yeah, he just needs to go, though. Oh, very nice time work. But his Colossus not targeting the right units at the moment. Doesn't have a whole lot of Stalkers here either. This is actually definitely going very much into a base trade.
Very much into a base trade, but I think HerO just doesn't have enough. The more units are going to come out of those racks, more Vikings as well. There's not enough sort of anti-air or buffering for these Colossus.
Yeah, this is why I feel like he needs to cancel this 2-2 immediately and just get any units he can right now. If he had like 5 more Stalkers, that would help more than these 2-2, but looks like we do have a drop down. All the SCVs being pulled here from TY, and HerO's supply just plummeting. Looks like that's going to be it.
Yeah, that has to be now. Nothing left at all. HerO's in shambles. No bases.
Look, he just, right then, like at the very end, he canceled 2-2 and made 5 more Stalkers. Where were you Stalkers before? When it mattered.
Yeah, well, I guess he can save his gateways and production buildings, but what does it matter when you don't have a Nexus?
Yeah, and it looks like he's actually going to micro 5 Stalkers at 15 supply against TY.
GG.
All right.
I love it when that happens, Artosis.
Yeah, I'm like, what? What?
That brings back fond memories of DreamHack Winner, I think it was, when that happens.
Sure. All right, well, TY does take that down 2-0. Pretty one-sided overall. HerO did a bit better in game number 2, but it was still You know, he got a little bit too greedy against. The thing is, he made 2 oracles, and he used a hallucinate oracle, and he lost an observer scouting. And when you piece that all together, and you see 5+ Raxes and no 3rd command center, and you're going double forge, I don't think you make the 3rd Nexus, especially before those rocks are down.
No, I think you really have to stay on 2 base for a lot longer.
Yeah.
We see that a lot with CJ here, funnily enough. He's very good at that kind of style, going for double upgrades, Colossus, and just Blink Stalker and holding for the longest time. Very delayed 3rd base. And it makes a lot of sense, especially when you're going against a 2-base aggression like that.
Yeah, it's like the way that you're going to win that game as HerO is with the double forge, not with the 3rd base.
Yeah.
So to try to do both at once, it just spread him too thin. He started taking more damage, and he got out of position. You know, the drops started coming in. It was rough.
Maybe on like a cross map, cross spawn sort of position, you can maybe try and get away with that.
That would be a lot
more,
closer.
But vertical, like it's just he's going to be in your face the whole time.
Yeah. So a little bit rough there for HerO. We'll see if he can do better in that loser match. But next we are going to have probably the match of the night, Bill against Maru.
Oh, yes. It's going to be a good one.
That's like a round of 4 match easy.
Easily. It was already a round of 4 match. Or actually, it was a round of 8 match in the Kesper Cup, but it should have been a grand finals as far as I'm concerned.
Well, guys, we're going to go ahead, jump to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, our next match.